Snow to the axles, temperatures that crack steel, and somewhere out in that white silence, an engine turns over on the first try. That is the reputation Scandinavian tractors built for themselves in a part of the world where winter does not politely arrive in December and leave by March. It sits there for half the year, testing every weld, every seal, every bearing. Farmers in the American Midwest and the Canadian prairies eventually learned what Norwegian, Swedish, and Finnish farmers already knew. A machine that survives a Scandinavian winter will survive almost anything else. That is not a marketing line, it is a mechanical fact, and it explains why certain tractors built for fjords and forests ended up plowing snow in Manitoba and hauling grain in North Dakota. This list looks at 10 of those machines. Some are famous, others are quietly legendary among the people who actually operated them. All 10 share a common thread. They were engineered for conditions that would strand lesser equipment, and in doing so, they left a mark far beyond the borders of Scandinavia. Number 10. Volvo BM 400 Series. Volvo's agricultural division does not get the recognition it deserves outside Sweden, largely because Volvo sold off its tractor business decades ago. But before that happened, the BM 400 Series, built through the 1950s and into the 1960s, established a reputation for mechanical simplicity that Nordic farmers trusted completely. These were tractors built around straightforward diesel engines, robust drivetrains, and cabs that, for their era, offered real protection from wind and snow. When exported units reached parts of the northern United States, mechanics were surprised by how little maintenance they demanded after years of hard use. The BM 400 was not flashy. It was dependable in the way a good winter coat is dependable, and that quality alone earned it a place on this list. Number 9. Bollinger Munktel BM 350. Before Volvo consolidated the brand, Bollinger Munktel was already building tractors specifically suited to Swedish agriculture, and the BM 350 stands out as one of the more influential models from the early post-war period. It carried a diesel engine that started reliably in cold conditions, a genuine advantage at a time when many competitors relied on gasoline engines or difficult cold start procedures. Swedish farmers valued the BM 350 for its balance of power and control on uneven, often snow-covered terrain. Some units made their way to North America through agricultural equipment dealers interested in Scandinavian engineering, and those that did earned a reputation for outlasting machines built for milder climates. This tractor represents the foundation that later Volvo BM models would build upon. If you are enjoying learning how these machines were built to survive conditions most equipment cannot handle, consider liking this video and subscribing. It helps this kind of agricultural history reach more people who care about it. Number 8. Valmet 33. Finland has its own claim to cold-weather tractor engineering, and Valmet built that reputation methodically. The Valmet 33, introduced in the 1960s, became one of Finland's most trusted tractors for smaller and mid-sized farms, particularly in regions where winters last longer than summers. What made the Valmet 33 notable was not raw horsepower, which was modest by the standards of the era, but its cold starting reliability and the toughness of its hydraulic system. Finnish farmers pushed these tractors through conditions that would have frozen lesser hydraulic fluid and cracked lesser seals. When Valmet tractors eventually found their way into Canadian import channels, operators noticed the same trait that Finnish farmers already knew well. The machine simply did not quit in the cold. If you are enjoying learning how these machines were built to survive conditions most equipment cannot handle, consider liking this video and subscribing. It helps this kind of agricultural history reach more people who care about it. Number 7. Munktel 30. Munktel, the company that eventually merged into Bollinger Munktel and later Volvo BM, produced some of Sweden's earliest serious agricultural tractors, and the Munktel 30 deserves recognition for how it handled Scandinavian conditions decades before modern insulation and cab heating became standard. Operators of the Munktel 30 dealt with open platforms and minimal weather protection, yet the tractor's mechanical durability meant it kept working through conditions that stopped horses and early gasoline tractors alike. Its influence is more historical than technical by modern standards, but understanding where Scandinavian tractor engineering started helps explain why later models performed so well when they eventually reached North American soil. Number 6. Volvo BM Valmet 505. By the time Volvo BM and Valmet had absorbed decades of separate cold climate engineering experience, tractors like the 505 series represented a meaningful step forward. Produced through parts of the 1960s and 1970s, this model combined improved cab insulation with a diesel engine tuned for consistent starting in sub-zero temperatures. Farmers who used the 505 in northern Sweden and Finland reported significantly less downtime during winter operations compared to earlier models. That reliability mattered enormously for dairy operations, where feed still needs to move regardless of the weather outside. Exported units performed similarly well in parts of Canada, where operators dealing with prairie winters found the 505 held up to conditions eerily similar to what it was originally built for. Number 5. Nordic Tractor Series. Smaller manufacturers across Norway experimented throughout the mid-20th century with tractors purpose-built for narrow, mountainous farmland and extreme cold, and the Nordic tractor line represents that engineering tradition. These were not mass-production tractors in the way Volvo BM or Valmet models were, but their design philosophy influenced how Norwegian farmers thought about traction, weight distribution, and engine placement on steep, icy terrain. The lessons learned from Nordic tractor engineering eventually informed larger manufacturers who wanted to build equipment suited to hillside farming in cold climates, a challenge that parts of the northern United States, particularly in mountainous regions of the Pacific Northwest, shared with rural Norway. Number 4. Volvo BM 800 series. The 800 series marked a turning point for Volvo BM, introducing more horsepower alongside the cold weather reliability the brand had already established. Built primarily during the 1960s, these tractors offered enclosed cabs as a genuine option rather than an afterthought, a detail that mattered enormously to operators spending long winter days in the field. The improved cab design reduced fatigue and protected against frostbite risk during extended operation, a safety consideration that competing manufacturers in warmer climates rarely prioritized. When these tractors appeared in parts of Canada through specialty importers, farmers accustomed to open cab designs immediately recognized the value of enclosed, heated operator stations during prairie winters. Number 3. Valmet 900 series. Valmet's 900 series, developed through the 1970s, represented Finland's answer to increasing demand for higher horsepower tractors that still retained the cold weather reliability the brand was known for. These tractors balanced power increases with continued attention to hydraulic system durability in freezing conditions, an engineering challenge that many manufacturers underestimated. Finnish agricultural cooperatives relied on the 900 series for larger-scale grain and dairy operations, and the tractor's reputation for consistent performance through harsh winters made it a natural fit for export to regions with similarly demanding climates. North American farmers who encountered Valmet equipment through agricultural trade shows in the 1970s often became long-term customers once they experienced the machine firsthand. Number 2. Volvo BM 2000 series. The 2000 series stands as one of Volvo BM's most refined cold climate tractors, combining higher horsepower output with cab technology that had matured significantly since earlier models. Produced into the late 1970s and early 1980s, these tractors offered improved visibility, better insulated cabs, and drivetrains engineered to handle the stress of frozen, uneven ground without excessive wear. Scandinavian farmers who operated the 2000 series through multiple winters often reported minimal major repairs, a testament to how thoroughly Volvo BM had refined its cold weather engineering by this point. Exported units that reached Canadian and Northern American farms during this period reinforced the growing perception that Scandinavian machinery simply lasted longer under winter stress than equivalent equipment built elsewhere. Number 1. Valmet 1502. At the top of this list sits the Valmet 1502. a tractor that Finnish farmers still speak about with genuine respect. Introduced in the 1970s, it combined substantial horsepower with an engineering philosophy built entirely around surviving extreme cold without sacrificing operator comfort or long-term reliability. The 1502 featured a cab designed to keep operators warm and alert through full winter shifts, hydraulic systems engineered to function without lag in freezing temperatures, and a diesel engine known for starting reliably even after sitting overnight in brutal cold. Finnish forestry and agricultural operations pushed these tractors through conditions that would have stopped less carefully engineered equipment entirely. When Valmet equipment reached North America, particularly through Canadian agricultural channels, the 1502 quickly earned a reputation among operators who worked through prairie winters. Farmers accustomed to babying cold engines every morning discovered a tractor that simply started and worked. That reliability, built from decades of Finnish engineering experience with genuinely brutal winters, is exactly why the Valmet 1502 earns the top position on this list. Before we close, if you have not already, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. I would genuinely like to know which of these tractors you have operated, seen at a vintage show, or heard stories about from farmers in your own family. This kind of agricultural history survives because people share it, so tell me your experience. What connects all 10 of these machines is not just horsepower or model numbers. It is the fact that engineers in Sweden, Finland, and Norway spent decades solving a problem that most of the agricultural world never had to face at that scale. When those solutions crossed the Atlantic, North American farmers did not just get new equipment. They got machinery tested by a climate that does not forgive mistakes, and that legacy still shows up at vintage tractor shows and working farms today.